Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman, and today I'm going to be doing a psychic reading on Kat Von D. And I am so excited to do this reading. This was a request by one of my viewers, and I'm a huge fan of Kat Von D for many years. I love her artistry, who she is. She keeps it real. She's very authentic to herself and to her beliefs, and a very, very strong role model. Um, as an artist, I'm an artist myself. Apart from my psychic work, I love doing illustrations and drawing. So she's just an inspiration in on that. But being that I'm a fan, I have to set that aside because I'm doing a reading. And so what I'm going to do is provide you messages that I pick up for her for the remainder of 2018, 2019. So when I get into Kat Von D's energy, I see that she is in a good spot and a good place. People on the outside may be wondering, exactly what is she doing? What is she up to? She hasn't been in the spotlight as much. I mean, with her makeup, she has, and uh, and of course she has her tattoo, business. But a lot of people have been speculating or asking, what is she up to? And I feel like she's been focusing now that she has, a financial stability in her life and she has her career ironed out. She's been focusing a lot on her personal life and basically marriage. And so, she's wanting to start a family, and that is her main focus right now. I do feel like, when I tune into her energy, that she's had a lot of people that have taken advantage of her kindness, and it's made her, develop a thick skin and having to deal with a lot of the ugly personalities and people that are in the industry who that are tattoo artists themselves, or people that are producers of shows, and stuff. So a lot of the things that we saw on the TV shows, that's not even half of what she's gone through. I feel that she's been through a lot of struggles in her professional career. In the first couple of years when she was, on LA Inc. On TV on that show, I've not LA Inc. but the other one at Miami Inc. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember the name, but when she was on that show with a group of guys in their shop, she was going through a lot of discrimination, and basically, she had wonderful ideas, but people just they didn't want to accept it because she was a female role model, and being a female in the tattoo industry, she was discriminated upon, and it's just so hard. But she pulled through, and she left that negative toxic situation. So it's like she's come a whole way. I feel like also her mom is a great support system now in her life, and she looks up to her mom for inspiration. She's also very connected. Kat Von D is someone who's very connected to the other side, to spirituality in general. She is someone who is awake, and she is vegan, so she has a lot of, of spiritual abilities. I feel like when I get into she's very psychic, clairvoyant, she may see things or feel things, that a lot of people may not even tune into. And I feel like that has helped her make a lot of the decisions in her life, in her business, and her makeup. I also feel like when she was developing her makeup and doing all of this, that she was betrayed. There was a lot of copycats out there who, tried to copy her and copy her formula and copy, her style. And you have to understand that because she became very independent and then she branched out. So a lot of people out there, when they see, someone like Kat that's very unique, and she is very meticulous and involved in every aspect of her, her artistry and what she does, there's a lot of people that are going to come together and try to, steal her ideas, because a lot of her makeup is designed by her own art designs, her own sketches. She's the mental and creative process, or the hub, the thinking hub for her brand. And so nothing, I feel like nothing goes past her, that she's very much a perfectionist. So everything has to be well thought out and whatnot. So I feel like, now that she has all of that, on a good spot. She's now focused more on her love life. But what I pick up with Kat right now is that I do get that there is a male in her life. This could be a brother or someone who's like a brother to her, that she's very close to. I feel like this male is going through a very difficult time in his life. And even though she's very much focused, and on her own life, she always, with her family and her friends, she will always put them first and before her. And she does take some time to help them. And I feel like this person may be going through some kind of you know gravitating towards something that's like a habit, uh, an addiction, something that's very that steals their peace and kind of disrupts their moods around certain people. And so I feel like she's right now in a process of trying to be like the liaison, being the mediator, being the person, but not trying to, she's not a judgmental person, but she is trying to help, however she can, whether it's through, in enlisting the help of another mutual friend. But I feel like this male is trapped right now. He feels very trapped in a situation, trying to get out of it. There's a lot of mental conflict, and I feel like she's having to stand her ground, and she's being, maybe, kind of like thrown into a position where there's a lot of people that are, surrounding this male, maybe other friends, and they're thinking, well, why is she, trying to help this person? But like I said, Kat is very generous and self, you know, she's just selfless, and she loves to, help people, and she will help her friends, and that's what I see her, but I feel like, everything is coming full circle for her, where she did feel a lot of loneliness. Now she is in a good spot emotionally, physically, and mentally. So I'm going to be going into the next slide so I can discuss what I see with her marriage now, because she did get married. All right, so this is a picture of Kat Von D and Leafar Sayer. I hope I said his name right or pronounced that right, but I believe he goes on Instagram. His Instagram account is Prayers. Okay, so what I get from their marriage, they just got married like a couple of days ago, is that she's very happy with him. I feel like this is a twin flame relationship for her, not actually a soulmate. I know that she may, if she listens to this video, she may feel like, well, he's like my soulmate, but I really feel it's like more like a twin flame. They're very unique and very alike. And twin flames are typically, they share a lot of characteristics and interests in this physical, realm. And I feel like they just clicked, and he gets her. He's very goth, very artistic as well. He likes to express himself through his artistry, through his, his. I believe he's into music, or he loves the music. But he is also like an artist, so he does, kind of like expresses himself through clothing, through his moods and his conversations and things like that. So I feel like he gets Kat totally, and they were meant to their paths to cross and to be together. I do feel like they are planning on having children, and so there is going to be, at least I see for Kat, at least two to three children in her lifetime. And I feel like they're going to be spaced apart, but she's not going to stop her career. I think that's one of the questions that one of my viewers had, as far as her career is concerned and her presence, on TV and things like that. I actually feel like, there is going to be something within the next 2 to 3 years, if Kat is willing to do this. I feel like she's beyond, she doesn't want to have the stress of being on TV again, but she would be open to the idea. And I feel like there is something in the works for her, coming back into TV, maybe as a judge on a show, or like a tattoo show that's going to be created. But there are a lot of creative talks right now around having her on a show, and that's when I feel like they're going to position an offer to her. And this could also be around her makeup as well. So it could be like her being on an expert panel, or judgment. There's a lot of different ideas that they're tossing around, and her management team and people in the industry. So, but I feel like she's definitely going to have a TV presence. But right now, for the next 1 to 2 years, I feel like she's going to just kind of slow down a little bit, have her first child, and just enjoy um, this marriage and this a spiritual union, because she is going through a transformation in her life now. Now that she has, leaf art in her life, there's a lot of different um, things that she's having to change about herself. The way that maybe she did things more independent. She still has that freedom, but she has to think about leaf art being in her life. So I do feel like, with her makeup, also she's going through a new phase in experimenting, and she's very much for the LGBT community. And I feel like her makeup is not just targeted towards females, but also to males and to just the LGBT community. And she supports them, 100%. And so she's doing a lot of innovative things with her makeup. I feel like that's going to grow. I also feel like during this time, she's also a writer, like a songwriter, and she writes poetry and things like that. So I feel like she is going through, a process, a creative process, and using this wonderful experience that she's having now with her marriage to actually write things, music, and stuff like that. So it wouldn't surprise me, if she does actually kind of also step into the music industry again, because I know that she had done some kind of collaboration or whatnot, but actually, start writing a little bit more, and actually singing some of the music as well, and having like some kind of, album out. Again, she's not just one dimensional. She's multifaceted, and she has so much different ideas, and she reminds me of a Gemini. I know that she may not be a Gemini, but that's what she reminds me of. She has different aspects of her, characteristics um, and soul. So she's definitely going to be doing that. I also feel like she is waiting right now to just to see what's the next step between her and Leafar. This could be like um, you know thinking about the place that they're living at right now, where they're going to, move to. I feel like right now there's some idea of maybe moving from where she currently lives, not moving from the state of California, but maybe moving to a different location or expanding. There's some kind of news that they're waiting for right now. But I feel like her heart, chakra, and her energy is just open up full circle, and now she understands a little bit more about herself and her journey. What concerns me a little bit here, between the two of them, is that they are very intense energy, and even though Kat is in love, she will never, just ignore anything that happens in the relationship. And I feel like, there will be a point somewhere down the road. This could be within 2 to 4 years time frame, where she kind of, grows apart from Leafar. Now, I know this is like so, out there, and people will be like, nah, that's not going to happen. But Kat has gone through some relationships, and the reason, for that is, again, because there's lessons in every relationship that she's, been in, and she's learned a lot about her soul, and she's removed herself from people who maybe tried to use her, to gain some kind of popularity, or who just didn't really love her, but was more using her for fame or for popularity, or just to get, connections, get ahead in their career. So she is, she knows who is, on her team and who's not, and who's going to backstab her. Like I said, she's very intuitive, but I feel like there's some kind of temptation that is more associated with maybe Leafar. And I know that he's loyal to her, but I feel like there may be some kind of temptation. So if they are listening to this, or they do listen to this video, the main thing here is for him to realize there may be another woman who is kind of shady and tries to come into the picture to kind of cause some drama. And she may be very much like Kat in the way that she looks, very goth and whatnot. And I feel like when Kat, realizes this, that she will have to, kind of like pull away friendships from them. And I feel it's like someone in their inner social circle, someone who becomes like a friend to the both of them, but really and truly has ulterior motives, and starts developing feelings that she shouldn't be developing, knowing that he is a married man. So again, this is just something for them to, if they do happen to listen to this video, um, just to be aware of. But for the most part, I feel like she's going to be doing a lot more. And I feel like her makeup is going to be featured in fashion shows, and I actually feel like she's going to be also, by certain fashion artists, showcasing some fashions and whatnot. She may even at one point in her career, I don't know if she's done this already. Like I said, I don't know everything, even though I'm a fan. But what I get intuitively is that there may be a point where she does create even a clothing line, and it's more goth related, but like a clothing line or a shoe line, because she loves shoes. I know that she does. I do too, Kat, if you're listening to this. But yeah, I feel like she's definitely going to be doing something of that. Like I said, Kat Von D is a brand, and she's not going away anytime soon. We will be seeing a lot more of her, but I feel like right now she's just taking some time off, really focusing on her relationship, and now then after that she will be focusing more on her career a little bit more, but yeah, we're definitely going to see a lot more of Kat. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And if you would like to set up a private reading with me, you can go to my website. That's www.raymondguzman.net/shop. And also be sure to check out my other videos on YouTube. I just don't do celebrity readings. I also have weekly, monthly, yearly horoscopes, as well as spiritual developmental videos. So any of you out there that are looking forward to, developing your spiritual abilities, get a better understanding of what you may think, that you have right now, I have a lot of these videos, and I've organized them into playlists. So thank you once again. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing day.